everybody, I'm MSB, and today we're reacting to Gru versus Megamind Death Battle. So, a little bit of context for this fight. This one has been interesting, to say the least. As in, there's an actual debate. Whereas the rest of these matchups that have been this season can kinda obvious on who wins. This one is the only one where I can't outright say I think it's an absolute stomp. Gun to my head, if I had to pick one, I would probably say Megamind has better stuff, but Gru has the minions. And those things are monsters. But yeah, I'm really excited to see how they handle this one. I saw a sneak peek for this one, and while the Gru model for it was kinda odd for me, I ultimately found out that it's kind of acceptable. I just think it's great in motion, just not when it's forced into a standstill. Although I do want, as for things I want from this fight, I kind of want to, that scene from Despicable Me 2 where the Gru first meets Lucy? And I kind of want something like that. I think that'd be kind of neat. Yeah, this is a fight that I generally think will be a lot of fun. So, yeah. Let's cut to when the episode properly starts, shall we?
Gru versus Megamind.
You either die a despicable villain or live long enough to become an admirable hero.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
Hey,
And
it's Minion.
our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh, shoot, sorry.
Evil never dies. It merely goes dormant, waiting for a villain to arise and spread its name to the darkest corners of the earth.
Like a man so evil, he cuts
It's villainous Gru.
and makes balloon animals for kids, and then pops them in their face. What a despicable man!
The world would surely tremble at his name, Gru.
Really? Just Gru? Doesn't have some sort of stage name or like doctorate or,
Felonious Gru, son of the supervillain known as the Bald Terror.
Oh man, he's so dead.
Even as a small child, Gru had big aspirations.
Bald and beautiful
He could
at
make
grumail.com.
rocket bikes, cheese rays, and this
Appeared on Ellen.
dog.
And his arsenal grew even more with the help of his new best buddy, Dr. Nefario. See? Now that's a supervillain name. Come on, man.
With Nefario's help, Gru's gadgets grew gadgets. Flamethrowers, sticky fingers, fantastic entertainment for 2-year-olds, and a fully weaponized airship. Though I must question this thing's aerodynamics.
It's
a
loaded
weird
up
ass
with
ship.
wing-mounted machine guns, a rocket thruster that can escape the Earth's atmosphere, and a whole lot of missiles.
Despite the impressive firepower, Gru's go-to weapon seems to be his freeze ray, which can encase most people in ice with a single shot.
With his gadgets and gusto combined, and a
Lipstick
little teaching from the
taser.
school ability, Gru started making strides in the underworld of evil. He swiped the crown jewels when he was only a kid, nabbed the New York City Jumbotron just for fun, and even stole both the Eiffel Tower and the Statue of Liberty.
From
Las
Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah, Gru was bad, but he wasn't good at being bad. A lot of his schemes kind of blew up in his face.
The line dividing genius from moron is a thin one. Just look at us.
Oh yeah, my back hurts from carrying all the genius between us.
Regardless, while Gru may not have been the infamous villain he'd hoped, he did earn the loyalty of a few guys.
Me.
Guys?
Yeah, guys, like little guys. There's Kevin, Bob, Stuart, Otto, Billy, Larry, John, Liam, Chad.
Oh, the Minions! And that's not just their role, it's the actual name.
Alright,
of their
time to
species.
talk about
Right,
Gru's
the
biggest
Minions
wing
have
con.
existed since the dawn of life itself, over 3 billion years ago, and they all
The
follow
Minions
one instinct,
are
to
some
serve the
bullshit.
biggest, baddest,
There's
most
10,000 of these
despicable
things,
villain
by
they
the
can
by.
find.
T-Rexes, Count Dracula, AI artists, whatever evil they can lay their grubby little eyes on. Or just
Yeah,
one
for
eye.
some reason,
But finding a
Illumination,
big boss was
despite
the
their
easy part.
Despite the fact that they
Not so much.
mostly make
The amount
movies
of
just for the
times
sake of
Minions
profit,
have incidentally
they
caused
have
the death of their
surprisingly
own
great
bosses
morals.
is staggering.
It's honestly
Wait, didn't one of them
astounding
serve the Queen
that they
of
do.
England?
Well, what about it?
Nothing.
The minions witnessed Gru's villainy firsthand.
They may make money for
and
profit,
decided
but,
that he would be the next big
you know,
boss
they
fought.
care about
It
artists more
worked
than
out
Disney,
like
so
PB&J.
you gotta give
And
some
like
credit
Gru,
where they give.
These guys do machines.
The minions invented the fly swatter centuries before humans did. They somehow crafted light bulbs and instruments while living in the Arctic.
Oh, hey, the
So,
Mega
naturally,
Minions.
building Gru's absolutely massive evil lair proved a simple task.
They're geniuses. They once pulled off a jailbreak by building a flying machine out of prison outfits, fans, computers, and toilets. Aisle seaters are in shambles right now.
And they're seemingly invulnerable, having been smashed flat, set on fire, and exploded by missiles even inside their own mouths. But also, they're possibly immortal? Kevin here has been around since the dawn of their species, which means Kevin is 3 billion years old.
And their numbers keep increasing. Over 10,000 minions clock into work every day.
And yet, in a real work setting, they'd be fired in minutes.
Oh yeah, there's nothing like a banana, a popsicle, a butt, or anything remotely silly to distract them enough for plans to go off course. But these guys love TikTok.
It's no wonder that, even with thousands of minions at his back, Gru still couldn't cut it as a supervillain. Maybe it was time to hang up the freeze ray for good, but not before taking a chance at his ultimate dream.
Still
Healing the
moon.
mood.
Easier said than done.
Oh no, really? The moon?
When he couldn't get the shrink ray he needed on his own, Gru required a new, even more despicable weapon.
Children. Specifically,
Oh, God,
adopting 3
children.
girls. And somehow it worked. Crime of the century, here we go.
How tragic that through all the dance recitals and unicorns, Gru discovered the joys of fatherhood.
Oh, story of my life. God, I'm so proud of her. Anyway,
Oh,
out with
that's
the
kinda
villain
nice.
and in with the bedtime stories.
But even though he turned a new leaf for his daughters, Gru wasn't done commanding his minion army. Now he'd just do it as not a villain by joining the Anti-Villain League.
The AVL hooked him up with lipstick tasers and goop grenades, mini submarines and high-tech cars, and some great date nights with the future Mrs. Gru. Things are looking up, buddy.
5 minions even underwent experimental procedures to become more powerful than before. The Mega Minions.
Tim stretches. Dave got super strength. Gus got super strength and flight. Sorry, Dave. Jerry became an indestructible brick monster who eats live bombs. He's my favorite. And Mel's new laser eye can blast through the planet and hit a satellite on the other side in less than a second.
Calculating its speed across the Earth, that's 5% the speed of light.
So, Gru's true calling
Like I
wasn't
said,
being a villain at all.
bullshit.
He's an anti-villain, and he's good at it too. This guy can dodge heat-seeking missiles and casually punch out a shark in one shot. All because he was in full dad mode.
But the most incredible
You
element
don't
here
fuck
is
with a
easy
man's
to miss.
kids.
For billions of years, the minions have had the biological drive to serve the greatest villain they can find. And yet, despite Gru's turn away from villainy, they chose to continue serving him. The minions' love for Gru is so strong, it overwrote their primordial genetic code.
They still see greatness in him, even now. After all, Felonious Gru will go to the moon and back to keep his family safe. Wait, Kevin, don't touch that button!
What happens when the villain wins?
All right,
On a
time for
grim, dark
Megamind.
day, the citizens of Metro City learned the horrifying answer.
You want to know
that
what's
question.
tragic?
When their hero,
Gru doesn't
their
have the
Metro
Worcester
Man,
franchise.
was lost forever.
Thanks, Megamind
Bested
2
by
and
the
Doom
fearsome
Syndicate
supervillain
and the
destined
TV
for
show.
greatness,
You know
Megamind.
what you are,
Guys, if your
you
rival's
terrible,
name is gonna be that
terrible,
on the nose,
terrible
you better
thing.
match
I had to
energy.
watch that
Their
for this
feud
and
goes
this.
way back to when they escaped their dying planet
That was
Superman
alone is
style,
enough
and
terrible.
immediately got in each other's way.
While Metro Baby landed in a nice and cozy home, he caused the weird blue kid to
Megamind's
crash
still
land
pretty
in
good, though.
prison and literally grow up behind bars. What kind of city government would make the kid stay in jail?
It wasn't as bad as you'd think. He was a perfect fit
Wait,
for
no,
the
that's a good
atrocity
question.
prison for the
Who
criminally
does that?
gifted.
Metro City.
But while
Probably New
everyone
Jersey.
outside bars loved that new kid
Yeah,
who
definitely
could
New
fly,
Jersey.
they weren't too keen on the boy with the big blue head and his constant string of destructive
would.
accidents.
So if he was going to be the bad guy no matter what, why not embrace it and become a true supervillain?
Huh, sounds kind of like you. Megamind is a genius inventor, creating weapons to
Head
save
is
prison breaks
5.6
before he could even
larger
talk.
than
Does
that
sound
of a
like me.
human.
With a bit of tutoring
Dang.
from Machiavellian in the ways of wrongdoing, he got to work on his crime-starting
Bald.
career. facing off with his destined rival over and over again.
And Megamind's got everything he needs. An invisible car for getaways, assuming he can find the thing. A hoverbike for flying and shooting at the same time, if he can multitask. Lasers, bombs, bubble guns, baseball bats, jet boots, and more galore.
But his go-to is the D-gun, a laser pistol with various possible effects, such as destroying, decelerating, demoralizing, de-locking, de-gravity thing.
I wouldn't expect a guy calling himself Megamind to have the best name ideas with.
Minion,
He
aka
probably based
Old
the
Chum.
entire thing around his favorite setting.
Nobody wants to call him
dehydration,
Chum.
which turns people and objects
It's
into
the
tiny
it's one of the
for
very
easy
few times
storage.
it's okay
Though
to
they can be
detonate
returned to
something.
normal with a drop of water.
He did keep the whole mind thing running with his horde of henchmen, the brain bots. These mini mechs
Oh,
follow
yeah,
Megamind's
these
every
days.
command, even pulling off the
There's
most
like a
incredible
million of
drone
them.
show you've ever seen in your life.
Which, according to the director's commentary, is made up of over 100,000 brain bots.
Oh, I was wrong.
Ironically, I wouldn't call his brain bots,
Brain
smart.
bot.
That designation goes to Megamind's proper minion, Minion.
Minion serves many roles for Megamind. Sidekick, guy in the chair, awkward sibling relationship despite technically being his pet.
The best fish friend you could have in your plans to kidnap news reporter
I'm getting
Roxanne
chills.
Ritchie to piss off Metro Man for the 19th time this week. Or for the final time. Children, shield your eyes!
He did it! Thanks to his most powerful invention of all, an orbital death ray that could shatter mountains, Metro City's hero had fallen. It was Megamind's time to rule.
And he had no idea what to do next. With Metro Man dead, what was even the point?
Clearly, he needed a new superhero to fight. And apparently, he could just make that happen. With his diffuser gun, he injected this loser with Metro Man's DNA,
Hal
turning him
Stewart.
into Metro Man 2.0, Titan.
Megamind even trained him himself, using his disguise generator and expert acting skills.
Yes, his
What a
name- yeah,
performer.
Hal Stewart.
But for
His
all
name is based
smarts,
off the two
Megamind
Green
is
Lanterns.
a terrible judge of character. When Titan turned tyrant, Metrocity needed yet another superhero to save it.
Metro City.
Titan.
Thanks to some encouragement
The
from
biggest
an old friend,
incel.
rival, who wasn't actually dead at all and just let all of this happen despite having godlike superpowers. Thanks to some encouragement from a very experienced friend, Megamind stepped up to the plate.
Hey, he had the moxie for it. Megamind's tanked explosions and dodged electric blasts. Titan was strong enough to toss around a skyscraper, and Megamind put up a solid fight with his mech armor.
A suit specifically designed to mimic the pilot's movements, whether it be lamppost sword fighting, busting a move, or being surprisingly stealthy.
And with
Yeah.
quick thinking and some hench help, Megamind taught Titan a lesson he knew all too well. The bad guy always loses.
So the city decided to just forgive Megamind of all his years of terror and destruction and call him their superhero. I guess they didn't really have any better options.
Hey, Megamind took his new role as the city's hero seriously. He even built a suit that mimicked Metro Man's strength, flight, and X-ray vision.
Now, the D-gun is used to make runaway bad guys lose their balance and get caught. His portal bazooka is excellent for saving people from out-of-control cars. And while the Death Ray might not have been a hero killer, it's certainly great at blowing up giant evil robots.
And Minion was all for it.
Actually, once they went nice, Minion had to legally change his name to Old Chum because of some other Minion-related thing.
What? You mean the yellow guys?
No, I mean they got a cease and desist from Mr. Minion's Meatsicles.
Sounds delicious. I'm still gonna call him Minion. You can't break up this duo.
Even as Megamind uses his tools for good, destruction still tends to be inevitable. To the point that, as the new mayor of Metro City and his new partner, Roxanne instituted a policy that anyone inconvenienced by a Megamind battle would receive a free cup of coffee. That sounds horrifically right for corruption.
So that's why there's so many Starbuckses everywhere. At least the brain bots are covering all the cleanup. It's a messy job being a superhero, but Megamind's finally found his purpose, even saving the city from the Doom Syndicate, which is like 6 of him.
Though not without some self-induced difficulty. You have an instant wind gun on your hip. Use it!
Hey, with
Yay,
girlfriend,
self-dis-
sidekick, and adoring fans, to
Yay,
keep
they
them
they
going,
did the
it
bit.
doesn't matter what sort of danger comes to town.
That-
Megamind will
yeah.
always rise up as the defender of Metrocity.
It's Metro City! All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the
Okay.
data through all possibilities.
Add.
It's time for a death battle!
Okay, pause. Alright, so this one is really debatable, but I'm going to put my money on Gru. Mostly because I just have more experience with him. There's a lot to go here, but yeah, Gru. All right, let's do this.
Minions, prep the artillery. We're not letting him get away.
Hi, peoples. Ooh, and here I thought it was the hero who chases the bad guys. Ha!
All right, we got some missile action.
Minion, I'm going to need a new pair of pants.
Yes, sir. Sending you the Sunday Best package.
Take this!
Ooh. Ooh. Bricks.
Freeze ray!
A dark color scheme!
Shrink ray!
Henchmen who look the same!
Laser gun!
Ingenious weaponry! You are certainly a real supervillain!
Aww.
You're just missing one thing!
And what might that be?
Presentation!
Oh.
Minions, assemble! And start the music!
Ooh. What was that? They're doing the bit. They're doing the funny.
Oh, check that mark in the morning. No, hey, we just fixed that. Come on, sir, smash! Oh, hey, that's kind of cute.
Okay, this episode's definitely funny.
Megamind, in my own monstrosity? Do you even know who I am?
Well, life is full of disappointments.
Hey!
Mega Minions.
Now, as you like to say, dehydration!
If you're going to steal my lines, at least do it properly.
Oh, they dehydrated him. Oh, that's nice.
Okay, thank you for the help.
Oh, they took his weapon.
Minion, is the death ray ready?
Approaching. Getting there. Almost. Kinda. Maybe. On the way. Yes.
Fire!
Whoa.
Roxanne's gonna kill me.
They're still alive. The minions.
Remember this, villain. The good guys always win.
Yeah.
That's how it's really done. Dehydration gun.
Villain! You mean... Oh, wait a minute. This is all a big misunderstanding.
Oh. Oh shit. Disintegrate.
Oh, work is going to kill me for this.
Ooh, yeah. Sorry, Gru.
Yes, that's
Yay,
Gru
Gru!
for Will Ferrell.
With so many chaotic factors in this fight, it can get overwhelming trying to keep track of them all.
So we'll break it down 3 ways: arsenal, minions, and skill.
In terms of weapon versatility, Megamind definitely had much more to use. The
Yeah.
D-gun alone had enough effects to match what Gru could do with nearly his whole kit. Throw in disguise generators, invisible cars, portal bazookas, and it's a lot for Gru to handle.
Just one problem. Megamind might have had variety, but Gru's weaponry was far stronger in scope. Sure, Megamind's death ray could blow up a mountain, but Gru's shrink ray could take out the moon.
And is much easier to use on top of it. Frankly, much of Megamind's deadliest weaponry weaponry would have little effect anyway.
Check this out. When Gru first tried to get the shrink ray, he triggered a missile trap so explosive it created a mushroom cloud. Based on the size of the blast, that's about 4 kilotons of TNT. And all those missiles fired at him from point-blank range.
Shockingly, that's about 38 times greater than Megamind's orbital death.
Oh, wow.
Gru kind of just walked it off. Megamind's mecha suit could take big hits like that, but Megamind himself? No.
So, Megamind would have a hard time blowing him up, but he could still dehydrate him, disintegrate him, freeze him, or even just turn off his gravity and send him flying into space, right?
Sure, though Gru does have some similar weaponry. As far as Arsenal is concerned, Gru could take out Megamind through sheer firepower, but Megamind could potentially counter with the D-Gun's effects. It's a whoever shoots first wins situation. Their arsenals match up fairly evenly.
But these
Wow.
guys aren't alone.
I was not
Let's
expecting
cover
that.
Gru's minions and Megamind's,
Minions.
1-to-1, one of Gru's minions was certainly more likely to take out a brainbot. Sure, minions may have the attention span of an iPad kid, but they can effortlessly hack, dismantle, and rewire most machines. Like, you know, Megamind's brainbots.
And they just won't die! Certainly nothing the brainbots have can take them out. For all we know, the minions may be completely indestructible.
To be
Yeah,
fair, maybe
those guys are
one
bullshit.
brainbot doesn't stand a chance against one minion, but there are far more brainbots than minions in total. 10 times more. And the brainbots are a much more organized and focused unit.
Compared to the vanilla minions, maybe. But the mega minions are strong enough to rip and chop through metal like wet paper. Aunt Mel's got a history of destroying satellites with a laser beam strong enough to cut through the earth. So it's bye-bye Death Ray.
But we can't ignore the most competent minion of them all. Minion! Megamind's minion. Old Chump.
He's way more competent than Dr. Navario, can operate all the tech like the mech suit used to fight Titan, and can match Megamind's brains and style beat for beat. Remember that whole presentation bit in the movie? Yeah, that wasn't Megamind, that was Minion.
While Megamind's army lacks the power of, say, the Mega Minions, having a second in command who's just as smart and capable as him makes up for it, making a battle of their underlings too close to call.
So,
Whoa.
neither of them has a clear edge in weaponry or their henchmen.
Really?
What matters most isn't the tools themselves, but how good or bad they are at using them. It all comes down to skill.
Both Gru and Megamind have their share of less than genius moments and bad luck, but even in the face of things gone wrong, Gru tends to fail upwards, still ultimately completing his missions, unlike Megamind, who tends to fail much harder before he learns how to succeed.
And we love him for it. It's not like Gru has to put up with Elvis Superman, but even during their villain phases, Gru found some success, unlike Megamind.
Who also has a bad
Yeah.
habit of not using his weapon effectively. Like never using the D-Gun against the Doom Syndicate. Either because he can get easily flustered, or he just loves showing off. So it's more likely Gru could succeed in a whoever shoots first wins quick draw situation with their arsenals.
Quick Draw is right. Megamind dodging electric blasts is impressive, clocking in around half the speed of sound.
But it pales in comparison to Gru piloting hypersonic ships into space and dodging heat-seeking missiles at Mach 10. Meaning he is fast enough to win that quick draw. Gru takes skill, which finally tips the scales. After a nail-biting back and forth, he has just enough to land the winning blow first, more often than not.
Yay, Gru!
I think you losing was a atrocity.
It's Metros Atros. The winner is Felonious Gru.
Yeah!
Next time on
Alright, let's see what's
Death
next. Oh no! Oh!
Subscribe and join
Okay,
the
we're
server to
doing
see
this
more Death
now?
Battle. Thanks for watching.
Wait, wasn't the last episode literally just a chainsaw? I don't care. It's about Grizz. I don't care about it. Okay, wow. Well, that was fun. I had a lot of fun with that. So, that was Megamind versus Gru. I had a lot of fun with this one. Seriously, this was funny. I was not expecting them to tie things up like that. But, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode as much as I had. This was easily one of the better episodes this season. I would give it like 8 out of 10? Yeah, that seems about right. 8 out of 10? Yeah. I had a lot of fun with this one. So, that's gonna be it for me today. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.